We're back. Hey yo. Hey, yeah, how you doing? OBS crashed. Don't know what the deal is. I'm flying a bit too close to the sun. I mean, maybe if I got my hat, maybe if I wore a hat, it would look a bit more believable. You know what I mean? Or maybe if the background was a wee bit better. So OBS just completely crashed because I was pushing it a bit too hard there. I don't know if I'm fully enthused with this. I wonder if I kept generating them, if we would get something that was actually a wee bit alright. I don't want to do what I just did that caused OBS to crash. But on the other hand, might as well. So if I take this and clip that out, right, and then if I take this and clip, right, so there's a point here where it stops being my green screen and it starts being the virtual green screen, and I want that to clip it there. Okay. I mean, this should be... Shall we try this for a wee bit? I wonder if it needs a bit of reverb so that it sounds like I'm in a mad submarine or something like that. I think we need to go in. There's a wee bit of grain over here. So we could go in and fix this. Anybody get any ideas as to... Yo! Yo! Can you hear and see me? Black. There we go. Don't know what the deal is. Don't know what the deal is. So I'll maybe leave it there just now. But what I could do... Well, we go in... Let's just try some mad stuff, seeing as we're here. What if I type in Star Wars? Let's just see what it does, man. Let's see what it does. Does anybody get any ideas for a cool background that we could do? It might be kind of fun. So I've typed in Star Wars. Is it going to show me anything Star Warsy? Not in the slightest, man. Looks a wee bit like a stormtrooper. I like that plant. How about a Greg's interior? That's good. That's very good. Blade Runner City Window, that's good. Analog Synths, that's good. Okay. Greg's Bakery. UK High Street Bakery. Shop interior. Steak, bakes, sausage, rolls, and customers sit eating their lunch inside a Greg's restaurant. No, Greg's. What would be an American word for what Greg's is? It's not a deli shop. Fuck it. It won't understand it because of anti-UK bias, I bet. But we'll try that. I think I need to be on that for it to work. Submit that edit. Next up, what we're doing is Blade. Is Blade Runner 2 words? I should know this. I think it is. Blade Runner Cyberpunk Dystopian Window Neon Ads Flying Vehicles and Heavy Rain Behind Glass Window Moody Atmospheric Environmental. Right, let's submit that one. What was the other one? Blade Runner Greg's, that would be good. That would be good. There's a fellow journal who always uses eatery in his articles. and it fucks me right off. My piss is boiled every time I see it, and I don't know how to get over it. I think you need to fight the journal. I think that's all the thing that you could do. An Edwardian library, that's good shit, man. Edwardian library. There was another one that I've missed in it. Analog synths. Analog synth rack. As those two suspicious cars outside again jamming with your EMP. Do you know if they disappeared? They never came back. Don't know what the deal was. Clancy! Don't know what the deal is. A burning art school interior. What happens if I type in Glasgow School of Art interior on fire? Okie dokie, let's now have a look at all the stuff that we've just made. Right, so we'll start from... these are the ones that we did before, innit? And these are the Star Wars ones. Oh, who's that guy, man? Look at all of this. That's quite funny. Isn't it? That is kind of funny. Doesn't look like a Greg's. But I've got a wee pal that's behind me that'll just stand watching me stream. Is that Greg? Aye, that might be Greg. You might be right. I think that's because I typed in Greg. And I wonder if this represents like the Omni Greg. Just all the Gregs that are in the training data. That's what you get when you mash them all together. He's not happy that I'm live streaming for his bakery, is he? Do you know what? Fuck him. Somebody sitting eating. I mean, it's trying to do a bakery. Nose on that guy, pure Pinocchio vibes. And that's coming from me. That looks like a suspicious rolling sausage, doesn't it? But do you see how the light and stuff is kinda believable? Kinda. That was the test that I was trying to do here. Not just simply generate a background. The test that I'm trying to do is to look to see if the background... Do you know, that might... I mean, I don't know what the fuck this background thing is here, but the problem I've been having is that you can see on my hair and stuff all the blue coming through. So if the background looks a wee bit like that, it might help with that problem. I forget even what all these prompts were. Edwardian library looks nothing like that. I want to try a version, right, that... So let's try that again, right? And again, this is me just pissing about. If I go to edit, and I do a new edit, edit new image, upload the image, give it... Hold on, I need to go into my videos. Give it that screenshot, right? Let's just try out a thing. I don't quite know how it's going to work. But what if I delete everything? Let's try and use Smart Select. What if I delete everything that isn't me? Oh, it's segmentation. So Smart Select's a stupid bastard, is what that is. How do I undo all of this? Aye, go for regular select, eh? How do I get out of Smart Select? Edit selection, erase selection. Where's your normal select? Paint, there we go. Oh, it's a lot easier, isn't it? Right, so let's get rid of all of that so that it's just me. Again, that's an example of all these smart tools and AI. Lot shite. Look at how just easier that is. Right, there we go. There we go. So now that it doesn't have the reference to all of that stuff, and I'm going to remove the... In fact, no, I'll keep the blue in, because it might need that to like make the background a bit more believable. Hackers Workshop. Let's just keep the brief really short and see what it does with it. Just to see how it goes. Hello, cute puppy. How you doing? Welcome in. I like the backlight on my head. It likes how it thinks that my hair's a bit more mental than what it is. I mean, these backgrounds are kind of cool, aren't they? So if I had a really good green screen, I could maybe comp myself into all of that. I think I'll run that again, just see if we get anything interesting from it. Done another one, just said Nightmare Dungeon from ITV's show, Nightmare. They all still look just a bit abstract and weird though, don't they? But let's download that image. Oh, here, look, the Nightmare Dungeon's kind of cool. Look at that. It's got a fire exit sign. That's funny. Here, the Nightmare Dungeon thing, just maybe got legs. Is that Baggio's place? 10:30? 10:30? Some of these are looking maybe at the start of something, alright. I don't know how I would then comp myself into it. Do you know what I mean? But let's say, for example, because it's not going to do all this nice backlighting that you see here. You won't see that. But let's say, for example, well, like that one and that one. What was the other shit we were going to do? Edwardian Library. Greg's High Street. Greg's UK eatery with steak bakes and sausage rolls. I used eatery. Cherry Buns, please don't unsubscribe. Right, so some of it, I mean, that looks bogus, man. It looks like a razor head. And the angle's all wrong and stuff. Do you know, I kind of like these ones. But the deal is, right, whatever I'm doing on stream, I could potentially have a custom background that's like, you know, part of that particular thing. What about the weird abandoned flat at Dando's bit? Rhinoceros, I don't think the AI will know what that is, but I often think about that, man. I often think about that. Influencer bedroom, let's do that. Influencer bedroom. Do you know what I need? You know, you've got all these really rich streamers, right? And they look as if they're streaming just for like a house that, like, it's massive, man. It's just a big room, but it doesn't feel like a house. It just feels like a carpeted. Do you know what I mean? How would I describe one of them? Like, you know what I'm talking about, don't you? When you see the big streamers for their weird beige carpeted mansions. I'll maybe do one of them. Asmongold is the opposite of what I'm talking about, aye. But I could do his filth sort of stuff. Sucrose Saboteur, I've never played D&D. But I've always wanted to give it a shot. But I've never played Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, I'll try Crystal Maze again. Crystal Maze Aztec Zone. UK Channel 4 TV show. Alright, let's try a couple of these out, right? And then I will extract me from any that are quite good. Then we will have the solid background. Then I'll import the background into OBS and we can have something that looks maybe a bit like this. Because this isn't complete shit, man. This kind of sort of looks alright, doesn't it? A wee bit. And what makes it believable here is that, like, these are real. And this, I mean, I've got one of them here, but that's not the one that I'm touching. So here you can kind of see there's something fucked up. My hand's going behind the mic thing. But as long as I sit like that, this is kind of believable. But I don't know. Eating destination. That's brilliant. Yeah. When they all live together, or a nest of streamers. No, I'm thinking just like a nest. A nest is a good collective noun for streamers. No, I was just thinking of like, I'll see if I can find. Where is he? Like one of these. Sorry, I'll turn it down. One of these houses that's just like, just looks like a workplace or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Could do one of them. Folk will think I'm a billionaire. Seems like the least amount of effort you put into the full setup, like the more money you would have. Do you know what I mean? You can't hear that, can you? That's brilliant. Favourite Crystal Maze host and zone? Host has to be the guy. All the other hosts were shite. Like the one, what's he called? Richard Face. And zone. I'd need to see a list of the zones. In the early seasons, you had like the Mad Ocean zone, and that was shite. The Nautical zone, do you remember? I quite like the Medieval zone, with the mad character in it. I liked the Spaceship zone as well. Do 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 do. You have 5 minutes. So let's see if this computer knows what the zones are. No, it doesn't know what the Aztec zone for the Crystal Maze is. No. But some of these things are good. Richard O'Brien, there you go. There you go, Richard O'Brien. Some old neighbours had a giant gorilla statue in their driveway. Interesting. Aztec Zone was cool. It really was cool. I very much enjoyed the transitions between the Crystal Maze zones, where they're going through like wee hatches and stuff like that. The Atlantis Zone, aye. Ed Tudor Pole, that's it. That's it. I mean, Ed Tudor Pole did a good job, right? But he wasn't Richard O'Brien. So, regardless to who they had in there, it's just not going to be the same show, is it? I don't like change. Hello, Gary Black, how you doing? Ed Tudor Pole, though, well done for remembering the guy's name. I mean, this doesn't look like anything, does it? Don't know. Don't know, lads. Don't know if this has got legs or if it doesn't. I mean, I could try this. Don't know, lads. I'll try that. Download image. Right. And then... Fuck off. We go to new. Then we edit uploaded image. And the uploaded image I want to edit is... this one? Some laugh this, isn't it? So now I'll remove myself from here. Dun, 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 Crystal Maze. This is the Crystal Maze. Crystal mazes, crystal mazes, crystal mazes, crystal mazes. Crystal Maze. We should watch some Crystal Maze on stream at some point, shouldn't we? We really should. Well, that's not useful, is it? It's put a fucking different guy on my seat. But he's facing the wrong way. I don't want that. Who the fuck's that? Another one? It's not useful. My God. Right, run that again. I'll type in empty. Aye, this wee test isn't really proven to be so fruitful at all. That's Greg. Aye, Greg, the Omni Greg. Just sitting there looking at his nice poster. I bet you that guy's sitting trying to... I wonder if I showed up on his generations. That would be creepy, wouldn't it? Just sort of looking at each other via dimensions that we're independently in. Just like that. Cool. I mean, what the fuck's that? That one's the best, but get rid of this. Let's see if we can get away with this on stream. Let's just see if it looks like a background or not. Just look up Wikipedia, and apparently Ed Tudor-Pole has been a punk band called Ten Pole Tudor since 1977. That's funny. It's interesting, isn't it? Okay. That one's obviously the best. Let's download that image. So now I've done all of that. If I go back here, and let's add an image. We'll call this one BG3. But I think this is promising. Just looks as if I'm in a mad like submarine or something like that, doesn't it? And then, so if I'm chatting away and somebody's like, "Oh, that background's fake," I could just be like, "No, it isn't. Look, this is real." That would be cool, wouldn't it? Pirate streaming, aye. I could be like doing pirate radio, except pirate streaming. For just off of the Isle of Man or wherever it was that they did that. Ah, right, so because I didn't upscale it. See, I thought it would just do 1080p if I didn't upscale it, but it isn't. Okay. Okay, so what I need to do now is, and this is what crashed the stream before, so watch out. I'll try and do it as quick as I can. Didn't crash the stream. Didn't crash the stream. I could do a phone and radio show, we absolutely could. Let's remove some of the spell reduction. Right. And then let's put virtual green screen. Let's maybe duplicate that. Although it'll take up a lot of resources. So if I do this, and then I go to that one. Aye, cool. Good. So stick that over there, and put this here. So now if I do that, I mean, let's see what that looks like. Wee bit of noise and stuff on my hair. So we'll go in, get a sliver of something here. But we can fix that, don't even worry about that. So if I do that, we can boop, boop, right, and then boop, right, okie dokie. And then what we can do is, if I go to here, and then, so I'm just looking at my hair just now and see if I can make that any better than what it is. So maybe we'll put that down to 0 just to reassess. Hiya, how you doing? Right, let's have a wee look. Shall we, what I want to do is upload the previous crash report. to OBS and just see why this keeps crashing. I wonder if I've got like something in the background. So I'll just give my crash log to ChatGPT and see if it can tell me. See our browser main. So I think there's a browser source somewhere. Interesting. Chromium. It's the Stream Elements plugin. Ah well. So the crash is caused by an unhandled CEF breakpoint exception during the destruction of a browser source called Stream Elements in OBS's embedded Chromium engine, updating the offending plugin. Plugin name. I think it's just Stream Elements. Could ET fix this kind of thing? Aye, ET could do anything he wants, man. Absolute legend. So I think this is sort of working. Let me see how that looks full screen. It looks sort of believable. This looks sort of as if it's believable. I think what would improve it is, see if there wasn't a big white screen behind my head, means that you wouldn't see this. See that there? That's giving the game away. The grain on my hair. Because if I'm over here, well, over here we're basically this side of the screen and this side of the screen, we're using virtual green screen, right? So the key isn't perfect. But because in this part of the screen I'm using actual blue screen, the key's a wee bit better. So if I do this, you can kind of see where it falls apart a wee bit. Aye, like there, see that? Anyway, a wee bit of fun in games. Let's see what else we've got. We've got this setup as well. It's no bad. We've got this setup. I think this is maybe my favourite, this one. I think this one here is maybe my favourite. Look what it's done to Sonic the Hedgehog. That's cool. And so maybe we should keep this one. And I'll remove this. And then at the risk of my computer crashing again, what I need to do is just branch this one out. Computer might crash here. There we go. Hopefully I've got away with that. Didn't crash. That's good. So now I've retained all of this sort of stuff. Wee bit grainy here, but do you know what? It is what it is. Cool. I think I'll keep it like that for a wee bit and then just see if maybe a viewer comes in who we know but wasn't here when we were setting this up. Just be like, oh, Terry, what have you done with the background? We could be like, ha! So is this BG2? So what's behind this that way? Just to see if we've got the exact good point. Not really much. Aye, that'll do. Oh, I'm sleepy. Deary me. Something else, isn't it? Could you add some boat swaying noises? I could. The Human Alien 100% could. What are those wood things on the right down there? Oh, don't worry about them. Don't worry about them. It's just my wood things. Saved up a wee bit of money to get the wood things. It looks as if I've got like a whiskey, not a whiskey glass, but a fancy sherry glass or something down here. You know what I mean? Okay. Just got a work email, but it's nothing exciting. Wee bit of graffiti. That's cool. Don't know. Might try this for a day or so and see where we end up. Cool. Right. Well, listen, everybody. That is. I was ready to just go to my main scene. This is my main scene. I was ready to just jump out. That's 4:30, and I want to go and do a wee bit of tidying before Rachel comes in. So I'm going to do a wee raid I'm going to bounce if that's all right. Let's see who we've got. Zafricakes was talking about an alias recently, and it was a name that I hadn't heard for a long time, so let's read an alias. Listen, everybody, thanks very much for being in. Sorry that the stream kept disconnecting today, but hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm going to get some food. I'm going to go and rub some dogs. Oh my god, the salt 47 minutes ago. I didn't say thank you, the salt. Ayo mate, have a prime sub on Bezo. I sent you the Bubble Robot magic trick sketch on Discord via DM. Might be buried in message requests. Hope you like it. If there's somewhere better to send it. The salt, are you still in? I'm very sorry I didn't see that. 47 minutes, the guy's been waiting on a thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. And I didn't see it on Discord, so I'm going to go in. It might be under a friend request or something like that. But thank you very much for that. Listen, everybody, keep it real, take it easy. Thanks very much for joining me today. I'm at work tomorrow, so I might stream tonight to make up for it. Probably not, though, because I'm not feeling great. So I'll probably stream tomorrow evening and a wee bit over the weekend to make up for that as well. But cheers, everybody. All the very best. Take it real, keep it easy. And here is your magic trick. Did that work? I'm quite happy with that. Bye. Love you, everybody. See you later.